What if I told you there's a country where getting a massage is as normal as grabbing a coffee, where a smile isn't just politeness but a way of communicating, and where daily life doesn't feel like a constant race just to survive? Most people think they already know Thailand, but what you're about to hear isn't the Thailand from travel brochures or highlight reels. This is the version most videos never slow down enough to explain. And if you stay with me, this might completely change the way you see the country. Thailand isn't just about beaches, temples, or street food. Behind those images is a society shaped by quiet discipline, strong cultural boundaries, and an economy that works in ways visitors rarely notice. This isn't a video promising paradise. It's about real life, how people live, how they work, and why so many people who come here for a short trip end up staying much longer than they planned. If you've ever wondered why Thailand continues to be one of the most visited countries in the world, keep watching. And if you enjoy learning about countries through understanding instead of stereotypes, make sure you like this video and subscribe. When the sun goes down in cities like Bangkok or Pattaya, Thailand doesn't slow down. It changes rhythm. What you see isn't just nightlife for tourists. It's an entire economic system that comes alive after dark. Bars and clubs are only the surface. Behind them are hotels, restaurants, taxis, food vendors, cleaners, security staff, and millions of people whose livelihoods depend on nighttime activity. In some cities, a large part of the local population works directly or indirectly in this economy. For them, this isn't controversial or hidden. It's simply how the city functions in a global tourism system. And what's interesting is that Thailand doesn't loudly promote this side of life, but it doesn't deny it either. The nighttime economy exists within clear limits. It runs alongside family life, religion, and traditional values, not in place of them. If you only see Thailand through neon lights, you miss the bigger picture. But if you pretend those streets don't exist, you also won't understand why tourism here works so well. To understand that balance, we need to talk about something many outsiders misunderstand completely. In Thailand, massage isn't a luxury service, it's everyday healthcare. Locals treat it the same way others treat stretching, physical therapy, or a quick break after work. In fact, Thai massage was officially recognized by UNESCO as part of humanity's cultural heritage, not because of tourism, but because of its history. The practice goes back more than 2,000 years. It blends acupressure, deep stretching, and controlled breathing, influenced by ancient Indian medicine and passed down through Buddhist traditions. In Bangkok, Wat Pho isn't just a famous temple. It's the most respected Thai massage school in the world, where students train for months before they're allowed to practice professionally. For locals, massage is affordable and practical. A full session often costs less than $10 an hour. That's why massage shops are everywhere, in malls, neighborhoods, and side streets, not to attract attention, but because people genuinely use them. But because massage is so common, it's also widely misunderstood by visitors, and misunderstanding in Thailand can lead to real problems. That's where the country's social rules come in. Thailand isn't strict in a loud or aggressive way, it's strict quietly. Every morning and evening, the national anthem plays in public places. When it starts, people stop walking, stand still, and remain silent. No one forces them. It's simply understood. The same respect applies to money. Thai banknotes carry the image of the king, and stepping on one, even accidentally, can be seen as deeply disrespectful. This isn't about strange laws meant to scare tourists. It's about shared values and public respect. Clothing works the same way. Beaches and resorts are relaxed, but in everyday city life, dressing with basic respect matters. Riding a motorbike shirtless might not be illegal, but it's considered inappropriate. Thailand values personal freedom, but not at the expense of collective harmony. These unwritten rules are one of the main reasons the country can welcome millions of visitors and still function with order. But not everyone fits neatly into this system, and if you step away from tourist areas, you'll see a side of Thailand that rarely appears on screen. Bangkok is often shown as a city of glass towers and luxury malls, but just a few streets away from those main roads, a different reality exists. In one area, abandoned airplane fuselages sit under the tropical sun. No engines, no seats, no windows. For some low-income families, these metal shells became shelter. They weren't meant to be attractions.
But tourism arrived, tickets were sold, and suddenly the line between observing reality and consuming poverty became uncomfortable. Bangkok doesn't hide its contradictions. Like every fast-growing city, opportunity doesn't reach everyone equally. Seeing these places isn't about judging Thailand. It's about understanding that behind every destination are real people adapting however they can. Sometimes those overlooked realities turn into something unexpected, like one of the rarest coffees in the world. Black ivory coffee sounds almost unreal, but it exists in Thailand. The process begins in elephant sanctuaries, where the animals are protected, not exploited. Elephants eat ripe coffee cherries mixed with fruit. Inside their digestive system, enzymes reduce bitterness. The beans are later collected, cleaned, dried, and roasted. The result is an incredibly smooth coffee with almost no bitterness. Its high price isn't hype. To produce just 1 kilogram, more than 30 kilograms of cherries are needed, and most never become usable beans. What matters more is where the money goes. Profits support elephant care, veterinary services, and local caretakers, offering an alternative to harmful tourism. Black ivory coffee isn't everyday life in Thailand, but it shows how tourism can support conservation instead of destroying it. And this balance comes from something much deeper. To understand Thailand, you can't separate life from Buddhism. Most Thai people follow Theravada Buddhism, which emphasizes restraint, patience, and acceptance. This helps explain why public anger is rare and confrontation is avoided. For many Thai men, temporarily becoming a monk is a rite of passage. It's not about escaping life, it's about learning discipline and responsibility. Monks wake before sunrise, eat simple meals, and live by strict rules. That experience shapes how people approach adulthood. Temples aren't just places of worship, they're schools, community centers, and moral anchors, especially in rural areas. This foundation helps keep society stable, even as modern life moves quickly. But tradition here isn't frozen in time. In the northern mountains, ancient customs continue to evolve. Communities like the Karen Longneck Truft preserve practices passed down for generations. The brass rings don't actually stretch the neck, they create the visual effect by lowering the shoulders. Within the community, they represent beauty and identity. Tourism now plays a role in survival. Visitors bring income, but also difficult questions. Is tradition being preserved or performed? There's no simple answer. Some women continue proudly. Younger generations often choose different paths. These villages aren't museums. They're living communities adapting every day. Back in the cities, one thing becomes clear very quickly. The way people treat each other matters. Thailand is called the land of smiles, but here a smile isn't decoration, it's communication. There's a smile to greet, a smile to apologize, a smile to avoid conflict, and a smile to disagree politely. This comes from a desire to preserve harmony. For newcomers, it can be confusing. A smile doesn't always mean agreement. But once you understand this language, you see why the country feels calmer than many others. Even in traffic. Bangkok is crowded, dense, and busy, but chaos is rare. Drivers rarely honk. Public anger on the road is uncommon. Trains, subways, buses, boats, and motorcycle taxis move millions of people every day through cooperation more than confrontation. And when the pace finally slows down, it's often for festivals. Thai festivals aren't photo opportunities, they're moments when society pauses. During Loi Krathong, people release floating offerings to let go of the past. During Yi Peng, lanterns rise into the sky in silence. Flower festivals celebrate craftsmanship. Vegetarian festivals express spiritual discipline. During these moments, status disappears. People eat together, pray together, and stand under the same sky. And when the festivals end, life returns to normal. But many visitors start asking a quiet question. What would it be like to live here? The cost of living is often the final piece. Compared to most Western countries, Thailand is affordable without sacrificing quality. A modern apartment can cost a few $100s a month. Street food is cheap and fresh. Utilities and transportation are manageable. Healthcare is accessible and affordable. For many people, a comfortable life here costs far less than they expected. It's not about luxury, it's about breathing room. Thailand won't magically fix your life. It isn't perfect and it isn't for everyone, but it offers something rare, a slower rhythm, a society built on respect, a place where life doesn't feel like a constant race. So the real question is this: if you look at Thailand beyond the tourist images and see everyday reality, could you imagine building a life here?
Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this kind of storytelling, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join us as we explore the world through understanding, not prejudice.